Most leaders think they know who their best employee is. The person who delivers the biggest numbers, the one who always comes through when it matters. So they protect them. They tolerate behavior they wouldn't accept from anyone else. And over time, something starts happening inside the team. People stop speaking up. Collaboration drops. The room gets quieter whenever that person walks in. But the numbers still look good. So the leader assumes everything is fine until one day performance stalls and they can't figure out why. If we haven't met, hi, I'm Stuart. I've spent over 20 years coaching executive leaders, working with CEOs, CHROs, and exec teams across 500 mil plus transformation programs. And in this video, I'm going to show you why your highest performer might actually be damaging your team culture and what real leaders need to do about it. Let me give you a quick example. I once worked with a young manager who was determined to prove himself. He worked long hours, made sure people saw how hard he was working, and consistently hit his numbers. On paper, he looked like a rising star, but because his results were strong, leadership gave him a lot of freedom. He ran meetings his way. He often took credit for team wins, and gradually the dynamic around him started to shift. People stopped challenging his ideas. They contributed less. The team got quieter. Leadership still believed they had a future executive, but the reality around him was very different. This is what I call a leadership blind spot, because when someone consistently delivers strong results, three things start to happen. First, success begins to justify behavior. The numbers look good, so leaders overlook how that person actually operates inside the team. Second, leaders hesitate to challenge them. If someone's producing your best results, it feels risky to confront them. You don't want to demotivate them or lose them. And third, the team becomes dependent on that person. Instead of building capability across a group, more and more responsibility sits with a single individual. From the outside, the team still looks productive, but internally, it's getting weaker. I've seen this pattern play out many times. The star performers' individual numbers keep rising, but the team's overall performance stalls. And there are usually three reasons why. First, trust erodes. When one person plays by different rules, psychological safety drops. People stop speaking up. They stop challenging ideas. And instead of supporting the team, they start protecting themselves. Second, collaboration disappears. The star performer takes on more and more work alone. And the people who care most about how the team operates, not just what it delivers, are usually the first to disengage or leave quietly. Third, the team stops growing. The star gets overloaded, everyone else stops developing, and the team's capability plateaus. At the core of this is a simple leadership mistake. Leaders think their job is to protect their top performers' output, but real leadership is about protecting the team's standards. There's a big difference. Protecting output means defending results, even when behavior damages the team. Protecting standards means everyone operates within the same expectations, no exceptions, because the moment one person is allowed to operate outside those standards, trust across the team starts to collapse. The best leaders never sacrifice team standards for individual performance. Eventually, this leads to a conversation most leaders delay. They avoid it because they don't want conflict. They worry about upsetting a high performer, or they hope the issue will fix itself. But avoiding it only makes things worse. The conversation itself can be simple. Start with appreciation. I value the results you're delivering. Then be clear. But some of the ways we're operating aren't aligned with the standards this team needs. Explain why it matters. Our performance depends on how we work together, not just individual output. And then invite alignment. Let's work out how we bring your strengths into a way of operating that lifts the whole team. This isn't about attacking the person. It's about reinforcing the environment the team needs to perform. Because when leaders do this well, everything changes. The team starts trusting the system again. People contribute more. Collaboration improves. And performance becomes something that the team produces together, not something carried by one individual. And that's the difference between a leader who manages performance and a leader who builds a team that keeps getting stronger. If you want to build that kind of clarity in your own leadership, you can take my 30-day challenge at stuartandrews.me. Link is in the description. It's 30 short daily lessons, 5 to 10 minutes each, focused on the real leadership challenges execs face. If you're serious about improving how your team performs, start there, and you'll see in the next video.